What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about it. And in this video, I want to talk about what is gaslighting and what is blatantly lying. So it's pretty evident that this lawyer that I've been going up against for 3 years in the Kitchener Superior Court has been gaslighting. He's been blatantly lying on record, on documentation, and it's just enough is enough. I want to talk about the truth. And I want to share this gaslighting and this blatantly lying that this lawyer has said against me. So, for all of you that are not familiar with what gaslighting is, I'm going to read off what I found about it so everyone is familiar with what gaslighting is. And, So, gaslighting involves a form of manipulation where a person makes someone doubt their own sanity, perception of reality, or memory. It's a tactic used to exert control and manifest in various ways, including denying something that the other person knows is true, spreading rumors, blaming the victim, and making them question their own judgment. So this lawyer straight up been gaslighting John David Ekping-Young, and I got 7 examples right here, 7 out of 30 that I'm going to get into. And then I'll get into his blatantly lying in the courts that where judges have caught him. He's been called out on it, and nothing's been done about it. And it's all been on my dime. So, so we get into gaslighting, right? So the first thing is, this lawyer tells me to shut up in court in front of Justice Bingham. He gets scolded by this judge, okay? He orders transcripts. I send it to him, and I said to him, like, you told me to shut up. And he's like, I showed him the transcripts, and I'll share everything with you guys. In an email, he says to me that, oh, there's the email. I never told you to shut up. And I'm going to show it you guys, just what a lunatic this lawyer is. And just the gaslighting he's doing. So that was the first one. So then another time he gaslit and blatantly lied was when I noticed at the end of my family court trial, we had to submit cost. And that's when it was either the cost or the submissions. It was one or the other. I think it was the cost. But that's when I found out that this restraining order application was never signed. So here I am getting dragged through family court for 2 years on a restraining order that had no true merit and was never signed. And I lost that restraining order trial, which was absolutely ridiculous. So this lawyer sends an email, and I'll share that with you just to show, just what a lunatic this lawyer is, for him to sit there in his email and say that, oh, other judges knew that, there was no error. He's just talking out of his ass in that email. And that's just the honest truth. So another time when I lost this whole appeal, you guys know about, for the landlord-tenant board, when I got illegally evicted by the same lawyer, he sent me an offer for $7,000. And I missed this email. I had to block him. I reached out to him, and I said to him, like, hey, John, can you please just break down how you came up to $7,000? Just like that, he asked for $23,000. And you'll see, he even sent to the judge that I rejected it. And I'll share those emails with you guys just to show what a liar this guy is. At the very beginning of this whole family court thing, I live in Burlington. His client, an ex, lives in Cambridge. She frequents to Burlington a lot, which always made me nervous because of what this person can be capable of, and So I admitted at this temporary restraining order hearing, the same one this lawyer told me to shut up, that I seen his client in Burlington, literally minutes from my residence. I brought this up to the judge, and I brought it up to this lawyer. They turned this whole thing around, and they tried to make it seem like I was stalking, harassing. I was laying in the wait, which is the most ridiculous thing ever. You're going to come down to the city that I live in, minutes, literally minutes, a kilometer, maybe two from my house, and just I mentioned I saw you, and they tried to spin this around that, oh, there's 200,000 people in Burlington. How did I know she was here? Which was absolutely ridiculous. Like, this was the first, fugaziness from this lawyer. And it was just, they try to do that. Another ridiculous gaslight moment from this lawyer was when he was supposed to file his materials for his appeal. He was given until 30 days until New Year's Eve. The deadline was December 31st, 4 p.m. He sends it to me at 8 p.m. Okay. A week or two later, I find out his materials were accepted. This lawyer, this bozo, is got gaslit and lit up so much. He puts in an email that, oh, my internet must have been down. And I'll share that with you guys too. This lawyer, this bozo lawyer, this guy, after being told I had to pay $60,000, this lawyer runs to the courts, tells them I refuse to make payments, not even 90 days later. And he starts a garnishment. And he tells the courts, I refuse to make payments. But then I've got emails of him saying him and his client, it's all him. It's all this lawyer. He refuses any partial payment. But then he's telling the courts, he's blatantly lying that I will not pay. I refuse to pay. I've been trying to pay ever since. I had to walk away from a $22,000 a month job out in Windsor because of this bozo and what he did. And you know what? Shame on these courts for not questioning his application, not asking for proof of any type of communication, because that never happened. And another big friggin' perjury, gaslit moment from this lawyer. When we were in small claims court, this lawyer, he tries to be slick, right? He schedules a settlement conference because they damaged my property, 15, 20 grand. I sued him and his client. They end up getting noted in default. That's been another shit show. I'll talk about that in another video. But he schedules a settlement conference in front of Deputy Justice Familia, and he lied to that judge and told him I didn't show up. And then the next day, he sends me an email saying, "Oh, you refused to show up to court." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, what court?" And he's like, "Oh, this is what a loon this lawyer is." He tells me, and this is the gaslighting, tells me in an email that, "Oh, I'm reading the emails right now, and oh, I can see it right now. You were included in the emails." I was never included in any emails, and I had to reach out to the Kitchener courthouse, and they confirmed it, that he did not include me. I had to file an emergency motion to get in front of another judge out of Kitchener there, and I ended up owing $1,700 because this bozo lied to a judge, and so I had to file this emergency motion, and they reversed it. They put it back into the court. So that's probably a third of the gaslighting from this lawyer. What's even more disturbing is the blatant lying that this lawyer has been doing, and what he's been getting away with. So I've got 7 examples here. Again, it's probably like 1/3 of this blatant lying from this lawyer, John David Ekping-Young. And blatantly lying means lying in a very obvious and intentional way without any attempt to hide or conceal the deception. It's characterized by being boldness and shamelessness, indicating that the liar doesn't care about the consequences or potential repercussions of their deceit. This lawyer needs to be audited. He should have his license suspended. And the problem is the Law Society it knows all about this stuff, and they refuse to do anything. So you know what? And I still want to know, before I get in all this blatant lying this lawyer's been doing, I want to know, where did John David Ekping-Young go to school? Where in Toronto? He went to school somewhere in Africa, and the way he moves, The guy, it's very suspicious. I joke with him from time to time, and I say, like, where'd you get your license? Like a Cracker Jack box? Because it's almost, I wouldn't be surprised if it was in something like that. So, you know, I want to know, where did John David Ekping graduate law school? Where in Africa did he do it? What school did he go to? Where in Toronto did he write the exam? Because it doesn't say. I would like to investigate this. Where did this lawyer get it? Because I'm going to call his bluff. And I'm going to say he didn't get his license honestly. And I think, if he could just show that, then I'll stop talking about it. But until then, I'm really questioning his credentials. So this lawyer, he's been blatantly lying a lot of times. And I've got 7 examples here. So on May 27th, again before Justice Bingham at this to determine about this temporary restraining order, one day before my birthday, he lies on record and he tells the judge about not receiving an affidavit I sent to him 2 weeks prior. So he straight up just lied to this judge, and I'll show you guys the emails that he responded to. Excuse me. This lawyer, John David Ekping, he straight up lied to Justice Elizabeth Shiard in Hamilton, and he told this judge that the landlord-tenant hearings were held in Kitchener when they were in fact held in Toronto, and because of this misleading, lying information, my appeal got transferred from Hamilton to Kitchener, where they just steamrolled me. And John David Ekping straight up lied to Deputy Familia about serving me for that small claims settlement conference, and he got away with that. John David Ekping straight up lied to Justice Madsen on January 22nd, 2024. We lied to this judge, and he told her that our family court trial is 3 days when it was 2. He lied to her, said he served his trial record. He never did. He got caught lying, and then he filed it the next couple days, which wasn't served and filed in the proper rules of the family court. This bozo lawyer straight up lied when he asked for $160,000 when I lost that 2-day trial. They admitted, and I've said this before in most of my videos, they admitted to paying a block fee of $7,000. That's when the judge ordered me to pay $60,000, which was just steamroll me. Still to this day, they have not shown proof of payment. That is perjury. That is submitting a fraudulent document. The courts refuse to make them show proof of payment. Then that tells me the courts are aiding and abetting this lawyer who has submitted a fraudulent document on my dime. So I would really like to stop playing this guessing game of what they paid, because they admitted to paying $7,000. This fool asked for $160,000. Thinking like he must have watched too many Johnny Cochran trials. I don't know, blatantly lying. This lawyer needs to be called out on these costs and show proof. This lawyer was caught lying to Justice Braid on May 24, 2022 at my appeal. It was a hearing, and she scolded him for that. And I put that in one of the videos, and I'll share that again. He straight up lied to her about signing in. He wasn't robed. Should have seen this guy. Looked like he's a part-time pastor at a church, the way he rolled in there. She scolded him for that. And then he didn't answer any questions directly. She caught him lying. And this lawyer told the courts I refused to make any payments that $60,000 court cost, files a garnishment within 90 days without zero communication. And, on that document, he wrote down that I refused to make payments, but I've got emails showing them that I'm trying to make payments and that, they just won't accept a partial payment. They just froze my third bank account the other day, and it's like, I'm struggling. I know some of you guys might see me on my socials, you see me on here with these fresh shirts, whatever, and it's not even like that. I'm struggling big time. And that's just the reality of it, you know. And this lawyer is a poster boy for gaslighting. He's a poster boy for blatantly lying in and out of court on record. And he should be audited. And I think it's evident. Not only he should have his license suspended for friggin' 5 years, like for what he's done. Like this is mad. And it's what's even more mad is that this law society is protecting this lawyer. These courts have allowed this lawyer to get away like this, acting like this, gaslighting, lying, submitting fraudulent documents, committing perjury. And for what? All these courts did was just take out one of the hardest working blue collars workers they had, making 22 grand a month, paying $6,000-7,000 in taxes. Like this is just the stupidity that I've been dealing with, honestly. You know, I'm frustrated, and all I want to do is work, and I am stuck in a web of psychotic behavior that I can't get out. I just want to make payments. I want to go back to work, and I can't do that because I got this lawyer gaslighting like crazy, getting away with it, blatantly lying, getting away with it, and enough is enough. This is why I started this channel. Let's talk about it, because I want to talk about these things and get them off my chest. And hopefully the right thing is done. You know, I'm counting the days down until it's bankruptcy time. I'm trying not to. So, you know, that's, this might be a little bit of a series, but this is a little bit about what gaslighting is. This is examples from a lawyer that's been gaslighting. This has been, you know, what is blatantly lying, examples of a lawyer blatantly lying, and, you know, hopefully you guys, you know, got some awareness out of this, what these things are. They're horrible. This is not good characteristic. You know, the best thing is always to be honest, to be truthful, to be kind. You got a lawyer like this, they're really challenging me, you know. But every day I get up, I do the right thing, and I'm trying my best. And just, you guys know, this is an example of how not to conduct yourself. This is not right. This is someone who lacks morals, someone who lacks... who's insensitive, who's just spineless, you know, and it's, you know, this person's been caught red-handed doing this, and enough is enough. So, you know, thank you guys for watching this video. This has been Let's Talk About It, and this has been about gaslighting and about blatantly lying. And you know what? Just don't do it. Be honest. Have integrity. Don't do stuff like this. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to leave it at that.